Okay, so for the letterbox, always have a look at your letterbox before you go to market. Does it need a coat of paint? Is it rusted? Is it falling apart? A letterbox is actually a really important part of a house, so always have a good look at your letterbox first. And if you have a front gate and it drags along the bottom there, you need to fix that as well. So when people come in, that opens nice and easily. Now this garden is quite a pretty garden, but it does need a little bit of work right now. It's the end of winter, so it's time to start looking at the spots you need to replace. For example, this garden bed here has now a lot of blank spots. A few plants died, they've been removed, they haven't been replaced yet. So it's a good opportunity to get some flowering shrubs and just plant them in around here, or even some annuals. Also, the mulch is starting to get a little bit thin, and there's a lot of dead leaves and twigs that have fallen on the ground. So it's the right time to actually put down a nice layer of mulch. In this case, the people have used a red mulch, which is really quite pretty, but any kind of colour mulch you can do, black, brown, whatever. Just a nice even layer of mulch always makes a garden look tidy. Another thing that's important to consider is the weeds. So a lot of the weeds have been removed, but they're pretty resourceful at this time of year. They keep growing and growing. So keep on top of the weeds. You can see the garden bed over here. It hasn't been weeded yet. So that needs to be done before you go to the market. So mulching, weeding and filling in all of the blank spaces to make a really pretty garden makes a huge impression. So making the garden pretty is really important, but tidy is really important as well. So the first impression people are going to have is walking up either the path or the driveway. This needs to be swept. All of the litter that falls, probably on a daily basis, needs to be removed so the path is clean as people arrive. Also, this path has been painted in the past, so it's a little bit patchy. Perhaps now is a good time to decide to repaint the concrete here before you go to market and have a really clear, crisp, defined pathway for people to follow. And this is a beautiful driveway, a beautiful brick paved driveway, which is just going to really help sell the home. But look at all the weeds. Look at the weeds along here. All of this needs to be removed, because one of the things that weeds tend to say about somebody is that they're not maintaining their house well. And it can actually raise the question in the buyer's mind, what else is going to be wrong with this house?